Well, Pete's been taking things to extremes. Very excited about that. Yeah, so Pete's trying to understand what we women go through, and we're going to find out shortly if he managed to go through the entire labour. But in terms of our own experiences, I mean, Ida, yours was just incredible. And it's actually 2 years yesterday that you gave birth to Charlie.
Well, yeah, it was Charlie's second birthday yesterday, or 2 years since those videos went viral.
Well, yeah, let's have a little, for anyone who doesn't know, let's have a little look at this.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Vertigo. I love that.
Oh,
you gotta love that too.
God. I remember watching that at the time, and I thought, well, this is a set-up. I mean, I didn't believe that it was real, but you were genuinely
I was genuinely
in labour.
giving birth. It was not, by the way, I have to say, for poor Rob, he took a lot of flack that he was a bad guy for doing that. And it was really all my idea, so I feel bad for that.
No,
but
we
had,
enjoyed it.
you know, it was a very organic. We didn't set out to do any videos. It kind of started with me putting my heels on. It was a joke that I brought heels to the labor room, and we were just laughing. It was 3 in the morning because it was about 17 and a half hours in, and so I put them in the stirrups, and we took this picture, and he said, "Can I tweet it?" And then from there, we kind of
Oh my God, that's a business end.
yeah, that's more the business side, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is he singing?
Let It Go.
And he's singing Let It Go.
He's singing Let It Go.
But even that was your idea.
But even that was and actually I am pushing Charlie out in that actual scene, and I tell him to shut up. But, do you know, it kept me distracted. It was just, we were coming up with all sorts of funny bits. I wasn't thinking about the outside world or what was happening on the outside world, but we were just kind of, if you know us and our sense of humor, we were just getting goofy and doing these funny things.
So it was good for you?
Well, yeah, we were kind of just taking the mickey out of ourselves.
And it got you through the labour.
It got me through the labour.
Forgetting that it was Robbie Williams and it would go viral.
That's it. That's only till after I gave birth, and it was about an hour afterwards, and they were like wheeling me into a private room, and some lady passed by us, and she went, "Oh my God, those videos are so funny." And I was like, "It's been an hour, what's happened?" And then the next morning, a woman came in to clean the room, and she was like, "Oh my God, I saw you on Spanish TV this morning." And the lactation consultant came in, she goes, "Yeah, you were on Good Morning America." I went, "Babe, what's happened?" And he looked, he went, "Oh."
Well, it was a bit different to one of my births. I'd put on like 4.5 stone, and I was on a table and I had to be moved onto another table. So Mark tried to pick me up, God help him, and moved me onto another table, and then he collapsed. He had a slipped disc. So while I was giving birth, he was laying on the floor in agony.
That's it.
I love you.
What was yours like, Cole?
Well, with my first Shane Jr., I'd been in labour for about 2 days. I started on the Wednesday and it got to Friday, and Shane, you know, Shane Senior, he just got a bit bored in the hospital. So he was going, "So when are you putting the gowns on me and all that?" And they were like, "No, we don't gown you up." And he went, "No, I want to be gowned up." And he had the full gown, the gloves, the mask and everything. He's walking around. We were into ER at the time, and I think...
Oh, right, OK, a bit of Clooney. Yeah.
More like Rosemary Clooney. Anyway, so he's like this, but then he was going into the other rooms.
What, the other
women?
The other women?
Because he wasn't famous at this point. So he's going, "Hello, Dr. Ritchie at your cervix."
Oh, my Lord. But you hear that, Pete? 2 days. 2 days labour can go on. 17 hours. Oh, my goodness, a long
What about you, Ruth?
time.
Yeah. Ruth. What about you, Ruth? Sorry. What about your birth?
I don't know what Ruth's birth was like. I don't know. The one thing I was always obsessed about, you know, going through the pregnancy was I wanted to have a water birth. So it was an NHS hospital. They're really nice. They happened to have a birthing pool, and they were really nice. They kind of switched things around because I said I really, really wanted this. And I can remember this distinctly. They said, "Well, there it is. There's the pool." So he had this terrible gown on, and I went and I stood in the pool, and I was like up to my knees in water, and I went, "Get me out of here!" I just thought, what the hell am I doing? I don't want to be in a pool. Give me the pain relief, get me on the deck. Anyway, sorry, I don't want to upset you, and I'm sorry.
I'm very, very calm.
I do apologise.
I'm very calm.
Now, I know there are loads of hilarious cat videos out there, but I promise these are even funnier. Take a look if you don't believe me.